Now we're on to the letter H, the eighth letter of the alphabet. Now, a lot of this has to do with the shape, but I want to point out before we get more into this letter that I use a lot of pictures in these videos in order to give you an idea of where it all comes from and starts. So I don't really need any of these. I'm just using them for visual guidelines because there's a lot of things that you'll see in here, even on Wikipedia or from the encyclopedia.com or from even Webster or any of the main information sources we come from, that show you that they really don't know what they're talking about. For instance, if you look at the example here, it says the H is fully pronounced and never silent. It gives a few examples and you can read it if you want to. But after you read it, you'll see that they say that it's never silent. But for being a book that we rely on to be accurate, I know that when I say the word on, there's no H there. And when I say the word honor, there's an H in the word, but it doesn't make a sound. So therefore, yes, it is silent. Other words like rough and that, they give it an extra sound, but they're missing out because they didn't include everything. And being an information source, I think they should include everything. That's what I'm going to do for you guys. In fact, I'm going to include so much more that you never even knew about. Getting a little more into the details, H, the eighth letter of the alphabet, its name in English is H, A-I-T-C-H, and in other languages it can be pronounced Hosh, Hash, or Hotch. With this letter, I want to show not only is it the eighth letter, the lowercase h looks like a curved 4, and if you took two 4s and stacked them on top of each other, what do you have but an H? This isn't something that's just coincidental. This happens everywhere, and you'll see that it actually means something once you start seeing how much it does. As with all the letters, I use 3 specific words. I use here because notice the symbol of an H is a line with another line between it over to another line in the center, and that goes back to using our graph. I also use have because that's what you've got between here and here, and I use holy because between here and here, everywhere, is the holy place. And you'll see that H in every instance is used that way. You know, even Max Planck knew that H was the perimeter. And I didn't see any of this stuff until I started looking things up to put in these videos. One last quick thing I want to point out before we end the H video is about the word height being an H and the word 8 right after it. That isn't a coincidence at all. Notice that the H is 2 lines with something in between it, and the 8 is 2 bubbles connected in between. That's because the H and the 8 are the infinite symbols. We just don't understand it yet, but we will. I will see you soon. Since I'm tasked with this from the beyond, from what we truly are, not just our bodies, not just our souls and spirits, these words that we use. This is the power of the word. We have been so brought up believing one thing about the letters and words we speak that we haven't realized that it controls everything we've ever done. It's magic. It's definitely complete magic. And once you truly see it, everything will be better from the power of the letter.